So, there comes a time when it's important to peel back the layers. And one of the things I'm going to do in this video, I want you guys to see in an interview I'm doing with one of the producers of E1U Life. And as you see these different interviews come out, I just want you to take on, okay, what do you have in common with this person? And then what's possible for you? And certainly look for the authenticity. As you know, we don't really like a lot of hype or that stuff. This is pretty a part of what we call our Real People series, where you can see real people having real success with E1U Life who comes from all different backgrounds. And so today, I have a very special guest to interview, and this is Garrett Berry. That's his name, Garrett Berry. Garrett, how are you, man?
I'm doing fantastic, man. How you doing?
Only fantastic. I'm excited about this and been looking forward to it because you're unique. I've reached out to you and talked to you twice, and I've been seeing your name of these sales that come through, and so I was like, I want to interview you and see what are you doing, how's it working for you, and certainly where you're headed with it all.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate that. I've been loving the program, and of course the sales coming in. So I'm happy to be here.
So tell me, so what is it that got you going? I see that you started like on September the 21st or so. Something got you intrigued enough to do it because you're an affiliate marketer and you've been doing other things. So what got your attention and made you want to give this a shot?
That's a great question. Now, I do. I have a YouTube channel. I'm sharing tutorials and ways to find products, ways to promote products online, and there's a string of problems the typical affiliate marketer goes through, and I'm no different. I went through the same problem. One being, for example, tiny payouts.
Mm-hmm.
So you join a program that maybe you like, maybe it's very valuable, but it's a lower ticket product. You go out there, you promote it, and you may make a sale, but you're making $50 a sale. And
Mm-hmm.
there's no potential to make a higher amount per sale. So I mean, if you have a goal of $10,000 a month, I mean, you need hundreds of sales every single month to even get close, with some of
Okay.
these payouts. So when
Sure.
I saw the high ticket aspect of E1U Life, the fact that they have a product that's a $2,000 commission, you need 5 of those a month to hit a $10,000 a month income goal. That was very appealing. Another thing was the instant payouts. I've been online close to around 6 years, and I've never before, seen the instant payouts because, if you promote on ClickBank or JVZoo, and most people that have started with affiliate marketing, they've heard of these places. Maybe they've created an account. If you promote a product from there, you may make a referral, but they're going to hold on to your money for a week, 2 weeks, maybe even a month before you see that money. And if you want to scale your business, if you want to invest into paid ads, or even just take the money and pay off bills or buy groceries, you're not going to be able to really do that for a long period of time. So with E1U Life, the instant commissions, seeing the money instantly into your bank account after you make that referral. The value, a lot of these programs, I've referred people, and sometimes you get in there, and I've joined programs, you get involved, and they kind of promise the world, you get involved, they never deliver. It's maybe outdated training, or there's just no real tangible value inside of the program. So the fact that E1U Life, they have up-to-date training, resources, tools for the average marketer is just one of 3 incredible benefits that I loved about this program.
Wait a minute. 3 benefits. So I don't know what they are. By the way, this is not loaded. This is not pre-scripted. I have no idea what he's going to say when I ask him the questions. So that leads me to my curiosity. There are 3 benefits, and now there's only 2 left. So if the tools and the benefits and those types of resources are one of them, what's the other benefits that you're talking about?
That's what I was saying with the instant
Oh,
payments and then the high ticket. Yeah,
okay.
those. But
Okay.
those are just, what I'm saying is those are just 3. There's tons of other benefits, and I don't know, if we have time today to get into all the benefits. There's way more than just 3. But off the top of my head, for me as an affiliate marketer, those were definitely
Those
huge when I
stood
came
out for
across.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, good. So that's good. And what's important is so where you're from. Like I know that when I contacted you, like you're not even in the United States. You're an American, but because you live free from the money you're making from this type of thing, you're where now, if you're comfortable saying.
No, absolutely. I'm actually currently recording this from Brazil.
Okay. All right.
Beautiful country. I've been here for some months now. I was here a couple years ago. If people, have been following me for that long,
Mm-hmm.
and it's the laptop lifestyle. A lot of people know my story. I've shared this before. Maybe I can touch on it briefly. But some years back, I was a college dropout.
Mm-hmm.
I went for a year and a half, and I really didn't like what it was taking a while, and so I dropped out. I started slaving away as a waiter in a
Mm-hmm.
restaurant, and I was making measly tips and just on my feet all day. And I wanted a way to really just do the things I want to do with the people I love doing it with on my own terms. I didn't want to have to answer to someone or be in a location. I wanted to travel. And so thanks to, E1U Life, thanks to this affiliate marketing journey that I've been blessed to be on, I've been able to go to Colombia and stay there for 5 months. I've been able to go to Brazil and sink my toes in the soft sand of the beautiful island, so
Mm-hmm.
while still making commissions, so it's just absolutely incredible.
Isn't that interesting? I think about it. I was just thinking about when I graduated from college. My first job, I was set up to make $52,000 a year. A year. That's after 2,000 or more hours a year of working there. That's the most I would make. Now you're already over that, and you just been doing it a couple of months, and I think that's the power and the leverage. So as I think about your story, if you don't, are you comfortable? Like I said, this is not
Yeah.
scripted. Are you comfortable telling everyone what your age is?
No, absolutely. I love being transparent to people out there. Yeah, I'm 31. I'll be 32 in May.
31. So if you're listening to this, you're watching it, and you recognize that you're already at retirement age, and you have to fight for this leverage that you're getting, or you are just getting through a divorce, whatever your challenge may be between jobs, you can see this is possible. This gentleman told you school didn't even work for him. He dropped out, but he found something that he can do. This is not to tell people to drop out of college. This is just to tell people, look, whatever your background is, you can do it. So Garrett, that's so interesting.
Yeah.
I've got 3 sons. They're all around your age. My youngest is 28. The oldest is 34. And I was fortunate enough to be an entrepreneur while they were still young. So it was easy for them to make their transition in life. But what I like about what I'm hearing from you is there's hope for people no matter what their background. And so as an affiliate marketer, I thought it was interesting that you like the fact that you can get paid can make a sale today and get paid today. Because I think that that's usually the struggle for people. It's like, yes, I can make the money, but even if I make a sale, my mortgage is going to come before the money gets here. Right? Or
Exactly.
that bill that has to be paid by this date is coming before I get the money. And so what I'm hearing in this interview, because I didn't think about that, I'm not there at that level. I'm not there at that state of my life. But oh my gosh, what a difference that must make for you to be in Brazil when money is not even a part of the equation.
I mean, it's incredible. And, I used to dream about this. I worked an office job as well for a while. And, I remember just being kind of stuck in that office and looking out the window and dreaming of just being able to be in my favorite ideal vacation spot and
Mm-hmm.
still being able to make money. And to see my life now, I mean, I pinch myself because I still can't quite believe it's possible.
Mm-hmm.
And, the resources are out there. That's what I would say if someone's watching this, because, I was incredibly skeptical. I remember, I had doubting family members, people that, oh, you really think you
Oh,
can
we
do
all have
this?
that.
Yeah. And,
Everybody's got that. Yeah. Oh.
yeah. And it can be tough when the people around you don't quite see your vision, And so I had all of that, but it took finding a program like E1U Life to really show me what's possible in a way that's simple and easy to apply.
Yeah. Wow. And so for those of you watching this, you recognize, some of you are thinking, wait a minute. Hey, I'm not 31. I'm only 25. I probably could do this too. Or, hey, I'm only 40. Oh, I could do this. Yeah, I want you to see that. I want you to see that, like anything in life, it's about just a few fundamentals of anything. but don't give that away to someone else. You take that little bit. Garrett had to. He didn't just do this. He didn't just like create a YouTube channel. He had to learn how to create one first. That's a hint.
Well, that's exactly right. And on that point, very, very briefly, one thing that I learned from a mentor that really changed my life, and it's so simple, but it's listen to people that have what you want. Like that's it. And so you have, yeah, and you have to ask yourself, if you have doubting family, or maybe you're thinking about doing this and you have a friend that's, does that person have the life and the income that I want? And if they don't, they obviously can't tell you how to do it.
Bye bye.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So
And
that
yeah,
was
so
what,
that's good advice.
yeah. And that's
That's
what I started doing. I started seeking out people that had the lifestyle I wanted. And that kind of led me to this. And, the training's out there, the resources are out there when someone's ready.
mhm. Even the guy or girl who tells you that you don't have to do anything, they had to learn all that they're doing. And they say that there's nothing selling. They're selling you when they tell you that. So you can
Right.
do it. Garrett says, you know what? I'm going to take it on my own and put it on my shoulders. Whatever I don't know, I'm going to learn. And look, you don't have to become a full-time college student. It didn't even work for him. So he's not even saying that. What he's
And I was
saying
a C
is,
student. I was a
right?
C student.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
The
So
beauty is he's applying. He gets an A plus though for applying what little bit he knows. And that's a biblical principle, by the way. And Garrett, I know this is your interview, so I got to say it. When you're faithful over the few things that you can know and apply that, you can become ruler over many. But when you're not even faithful over that, you give it to someone else because you can pay for it. You miss the point. Learn the little bit yourself. And so, Garrett,
yes.
I saw one of your videos. I'm interviewing you, so I got to ask you. I saw one of your videos, and you're just walking people through what you have. I thought, how
Right.
novel is that? Anyone can do that. If someone's watching this, they can follow that. I mean, that's so beautiful. Go ahead and tell me about it. By the way, that's how we're doing the interview. I saw
Yeah.
a video pop up on YouTube, and I saw he's just walking people through. Hey, here's how you do this. Here's where you find that, and he's just keeping it simple. But I thought it was great. Tell us about that. What were you doing?
Absolutely, man. Well, one thing I've always kind of believed, and I don't know where I got this belief from, but there's more than enough for everyone. I just believe that if, there's no scarcity in my world. I
Right.
believe just if I help enough people, it's going to come back to me. And so in my videos, in my emails and things, I'm just 100% transparent, because if I share it with people, I'm not worried that, oh, now it's not going to work for me. I believe they can succeed. I can succeed. We can all succeed,
Hmm.
So in my videos, I try my best to really just share with people, very simple, over the shoulder, step by step. I'm not very technical. I don't like working that hard or long, so I just make it very simple, to the
Hmm.
point. And I think people appreciate that. I think they can see click by click, oh, if I do this. And I really just explain it simply. If you have a high converting offer, a good
Hmm.
selling offer that's valuable, and
Hmm.
you get enough people to see that offer, you're going to make sales. This isn't rocket science. It's very simple stuff. And if you find the right strategies, that's all you need, really.
Hey, you heard that, guys. You want to know the right strategy? Better get out to his YouTube channel. He's sharing. Hey, you want to know the right? Because here's the thing: you don't have to be a rocket scientist, but the more you know, the better it gets. And so, all I did was saw it. If I was doing this business, I would look at a video like that and say, "Oh, I could do that." Then I'd go find out, okay, where do I find a way to share my screen like that? Then I would say, okay, how do I set up a YouTube channel? Whatever it takes. And I think that's where a lot of people are missing. They think because they're told just to use a page that they're going to make it. But you can make these steps. More than half of the people on the leaderboard are all doing the exact same thing. Follow that. They make a video, keeping it simple. They show here's what you do. Here's how people are being successful. Boom, done. And so anyone can do it. So Garrett, I love that. And now the other story is in one thing I heard you say is you mentioned that you're going all in. And I'm not sure what that means. As an affiliate marketer, it means that you have an arsenal, a portfolio of things that you make money from. Tell us a little bit about this whole all-in concept and why and what that's about.
Exactly. Yeah. So one thing that I don't want to do is I don't like scattering myself too thin.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, most people are very ADD. They have a hard time to focus with social media and engagements and right. And I can be that way as well. I kind of
Mhm.
get, all over the place sometimes. So with programs as well, products to promote, it's just you're scattering yourself too thin, I think. So
Sure.
when I like something, I just eliminate all the other stuff and I just put 100% focus in the one thing, and that's what when I came across E1U Life, I had promoted some other things, but then I realized that, if I was promoting this tool or that tool, well, E1U Life offers those tools
Hmm.
all in one place. So why don't I just promote this one thing that I truly believe in and, let that be the one-stop shop. So that's what I've been doing and it's been working incredibly well. Not only have I been making, more money than I've really ever made, but I'm helping people. My members are making money and it's just all around amazing.
Well, you're hearing here real people at E1U Life who are generating an income from different backgrounds, and you're unique. A lot of the people here already have children and some grandchildren, and some are already married and have a spouse. You are, I mean, you've got a great scenario. I mean, when I was single, right? I wasn't doing that well at all. I wasn't doing well at all. But what's interesting is you have you that you're responsible for, which means you have the freedom and the time to do so much with your life. And money now is a byproduct of you being at your best rather than being the only focus. You're just chasing money. And I think it's a beautiful story. So tell us about what's in the scope of your things for the next couple of years for you. Um, just in general, what are you going to do with all this money you're making from me when your life? How are you going to channel this stuff in your life, and what's next?
Yeah, man, I really appreciate that. Well, first off, for a while now, I've really been having more money than I need to spend, right?
Okay.
Because, I just, it's been very great. I've been very blessed. So when you do have enough money where you're not, feeling in, constant need, you have more time to kind of focus on, how can I help other people, right? It kind of
Hmm.
becomes less about you and more about other people. So one thing I've been doing is really thinking about how can I help, my new members, for one, people that reach out and join me, or they go to my link and they decide to buy through me. How can I help those people? How can I make sure they hit the ground running and they succeed? So that's been a big focus of mine, really paying it forward, if you will.
Yeah.
And then personally, there's definitely some more countries on my list to
Oh
visit.
yeah.
I've never been to Europe. I have a brother. He's living in Thailand. I've kind of been open to visiting Thailand. So I'm making my way across the world, one place at a time. But
You
it's
guys are hearing
exciting.
it. The Berry family is global, dude. They're not look. They're not sitting still for a minute. They're what, Thailand, Colombia, Brazil. Go ahead. I love it, man. Love to hear it.
Yeah, man. So it's great, and I really have E1U Life to thank. They've welcomed me with open arms, and it's just a fantastic platform and program.
I think what you're going to find in 2023 that you're going to be able to leverage it at a whole other level, which means you have now have the ability with some things we've integrated in and that is coming. You'll be able to more than 100% enhance whatever you're generating. Because we were thinking about backgrounds like yours, and then at the same time, what happens for people who are working or just managing what little bit they have. And it doesn't matter. Like in your case, you already have Vertex Live. You're already at the highest. But people at any package will be able to benefit from everything. And that's one of the things that we're really excited about is that, yes, your dreams are coming true at such a young age. There's zero reasons, unless, of course, you stop living your life and you begin to chase money. There's not a reason you should not be free by the age of 40. When I say free, free and done, like your things are already working for you, your money's working for you by then. And so I'm excited with you, and I'm excited for those that are listening and are really going to be inspired by this interview to know that everything's possible for them, but they have to start now. And if you haven't, Garrett did one thing that was interesting. He started at the highest level he can. Some of you that are watching this interview didn't. You came in just to dabble your feet, and so you're getting a return on that. And so those are some things to think about. The other thing is that Garrett insisted on learning a little bit about it, and you can tell he did learn about it because he learned about it so he can go and make a YouTube video and teach others. Some of you joined, you started, but you never even log in. You did just to get started. You're doing all kinds of other stuff, but you're not that. So it's impossible for it to return fruit. And so if you want this tree to bear fruit, you have to literally fertilize it, give it a little bit of info. So Garrett, I think that's beautiful what you've done in such a short period of time. And I love the fact that you're a millennial X guy. You're not a baby boomer. It shows that you can literally have a great work ethic even when you're young, especially when you're young. So I'm encouraged by you. Appreciate you taking this interview. Is there anything you want everyone to know before we go ahead and close out?
Yeah, I just appreciate everyone watching this. Just understand that, I had never done sales marketing ever before. I was a C student, college dropout. It sounds cliche, but I really believe, if I can do it, you can do it. And I will say this, it doesn't matter how you look at it, whether from a biblical sense, whether even a scientific sense of for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Whatever you put out, that's what you're going to get out of it. Or whatever you put in, that's what you're going to get out of it. So if you put in a little bit, you're just going to get a little bit out of it. But if you make a decision right now while you're watching and you say, you know what, I see the opportunity in front of myself, I relate, I'm going all in, I'm going to get started, I'm going to take this to the top, that's what you're going to get out of it.
Fire! So again, he said, look, he's dropping the Garrett Berry knowledge nuggets on you today. And watch this, both biblical and scientific. Huh? I love it. That's beautiful, man. Jeez. I'm excitable, Garrett. You already know that, bro. I can't help it.
No, thank you for having me. I really do appreciate that.
So you guys are listening. Check out other specific interviews like this. But no, let Gary set your world on fire. Make sure that this year will be different from the last and that you can do it, doing it the Garrett Berry way. Garrett, thank you for being with us, man. God bless you. Each of you guys that are here, note that it's a great time for you to be successful with E1U Life. Take care.